Hi, welcome to the virtual IT demonstration of the Lite version we have of our learning management system. My name is David Meredith and I'll just take you through a quick demo of how it works. We have had quite a lot of contact from clients over the years saying that where they'd like a copy of our Pro version, they were looking for something that was more cost effective and more basic, and this is what we've tried to do here. Basically it's the same sort of login features as we have for the Pro, the LMS Pro that is. We go in, we put our password in, and it brings us onto the capturing menu. Now under clients, it gives us the information we need to capture in terms of contact details for clients, and it allows numerous additional contacts should we wish to put them in. In terms of learners, it's not as comprehensive as the Pro version, but it covers all the basics that are needed in terms of demographics for the various government departments. When we put the ID number in, it does a number of things. It checks the date of birth and the age. It also pulls out the gender, and more importantly, it checks that this ID number has never been put in the database before. If you put it in and it is a duplicate, the system flags you and says this is a duplicate, so you can put either a new number in or you can check to see why there's a duplication. Because in terms of this database, you will only ever put the learner in once. You can put them on as many courses as you like, but their contact details or their demographics or whatever will only go in once. In terms of the rest of the information, it's fairly straightforward. Equity and gender in terms of the various government departments in South Africa, disability status, ID types if we're dealing with non-South African citizens, and the alternative ID number. The occupational categories are here, OFOs are here, and socioeconomic status is here. The CETA that you're working with in terms of this learner. And we have a student registration form which you can either send out blank to the student when you first make contact with them, or if you've got partial information you can send out what you have. They can update you with their information and send it back, and your data captures can capture it. Obviously we'd have your logo and your contact details on the reports. And in terms of the reports, all reports in the database can be sent by email straight away by clicking on the email, choosing either something like snapshot or PDF, and once you've okayed that, it attaches this report in exactly the same format, so it can't be edited, to an email, and all you need to do is drop in the recipient's email address. We've got contact details at the bottom, education, and record of learning and assessment. This is just a snapshot of what the learner has done while they've been with you. We do our assessments, etc. in the training event scheduler, which we'll look at later. But here, if I want a quick snapshot of what Joseph has done with us, I can go to here. He's been on a Plastering 101 course. Click on my assessment report. There's the report. I can check everything's happy and then email it straight out. Under administration, we have a section where we can put the special needs in for the learner if they have any. If they have to have medical examinations like some of our clients have, they have to put in the examination information there, and they can link to a copy of the examination report or the medical exam feedback if they can access it from their computer. Same with criminal records, and the same with accommodation requirements. When it comes to building courses, the system, when it's sold, comes with all the latest unit standards that are available at the time. Later on, you can go through to SAQA, get a copy of the SAQA template, save it onto your computer, go through to here, click on Import Unit Standards, and it will draw in all the latest unit standards that SAQA have at the time. If you're not doing unit standard work, you can just add a record here, put in the name of the module you're working with, and here put a reference number that makes sense to you. For instance, if it was a virtual IT and I was doing a module on how to work with the LMS, I might put a V in front so I can itemize or spot all my modules. Now, to build a qualification, we go to the Build a Qualification section, add a qualification, give it a title, qualification type. The rest of the information here, if it's a SAQA qualification, you'll be able to pick up from their reports or the qualification breakdown that they have on their site. And then we just drop our unit standards in. And the fact that they're already in the system already, we just go through, find the ones we want, or we even type in the first numbers, and there they are. Click and drop them in, and they will tell you that there is the title, the credits, the AQF level, the registration date if it's on the site. Some of them are not. And then all you have to do is put in core, fundamental, or elective, and you've built your qualification, and you can present it as many times as you like. In terms of presenting, we go to our training event schedule, bring in our qualification from the Qualification Builder, and as soon as we've clicked on that, you'll find that those unit standards that were built in this are now locked into the back of this scheduler. We would give it a unique name at the top there so we can identify it later. We would put our facilitators in by either clicking on them and dropping them with the drop down menu there. And if we want to add new facilitators, assessors or moderators, we just find the one we want to add, double click inside and add the information. You'll sometimes have to hit the F9 key, depending on how things are on your system, to refresh it so it comes up straight away. When you're working with venues, double click, there's your venue information. You can put the number of seats in there, whiteboards, enough natural light, etc. As you put in the venue, it'll also bring up the number of seats that have been recorded for that venue and tell you that how many have been booked. In this case there are 2. They're still available 18. So you don't overbook or underbook your venues. Further down here we can link to assessor reports, moderator reports, facilitator reports and evaluations. If we want, we can print a 7-day attendance register, and when we're populating our attendees, it's a matter of clicking on there, dropping in the name as it's already been entered in the learner section. It'll be on the drop down. We can put our fees in there. If there's any being paid, we can receipt them, etc. In terms of assessments, we click on the assessment reports, and here, to make it easy, we bring in the name, the unit standard and the title. We have an assessment date, we'll do it here, the assessor's name and the results. If there's been a POE submitted, we can enter it by putting a tick there. If not, we can say why not, was the course used for RPL purposes, and what tools were used. If there's any reports or notes that the assessor or the facilitator want to make, we can put them here under recommendations. We have the various evidency procedures there, and so on. In terms of certificates, if we're with a seater that allows us to print certificates and gives us the authority, we can put the number in there. Or if we're doing in-house, we can put the date of issue, the certificate number, etc. And then we have a choice. We can click on the export certification details to Excel, and what will happen there is it'll drop all this information into an Excel spreadsheet, and then you can mail merge into your own pre-printed artwork in terms of your certificates. If it's not, if you want to use the easy option, we can go to our assessment certificate here, and it brings the information in, and you just need to tweak your artwork around it. Once you've got the information in the database, what can you do with it? Well, we go to our Virtual IT button at the top. There's over 60 reports in the database, ranging from admin, HR, clients, training events, learners, qualifications, and seaters. We can also go into the admin button, and there's a manual backupping system. We can send information to the seaters via their websites, by printing a report and copying that information into the website, or by printing an Excel report and copy and pasting it into the seater's website. We can also download close on 80% of the core data of the database into Excel and then make up our own reports. And that basically is a quick overview of what the Virtual IT Lite version of the LMS does. If you want more information, please give us a call on our sales number, which is 0861 Virtual, or that's 0861 847 8825, or drop us a line at info@virtual-it.co.za. Many thanks for taking the time to look at this mini demonstration. Stay well.